So today's victim is a loco that was the very first loco I ever bought. It's based on a 3.5-inch gauge William design. So, but William is a tank engine, and it's a 262 as far as I remember. This loco, as you can see, has a trailing pony truck. No, not the pony truck, the other one. Anyway, has 4 wheels at the back. And it has a bunker tank, which is very unusual actually. So this is the handle that I cobbled together. I must have had bought this about 10 years ago or something. And that's your filler, quite basic. I can take the top off as well, even better. There's the pump, so I should imagine that's locked up. Yes, of course it is. So we've got the grate there. I'll pop that out. That's just a drop out grate, so that's quite nice. You just pull the pin and the grate drops out. Let's see. This slides out. So now you can see all the controls. So there's what's missing then? It looks like the pressure gauge is missing. It's obviously evaporated in storage. That's the blower. That's the blow down for gauge. The gauge is okay. The regulator does turn, but it's very stiff, so I need to get some oil on that. That's the blower, which seems okay. Now the problem I had with this, which is why I stopped using it, was one of these clacks, the ball got stuck on it and it emptied the boiler very rapidly. I'm not sure if it's which one now. I think it was this one, but I'm not sure. Anyway, so we've got this is the pump bypass, which probably goes to the right hand clack there. This is the reverser. It seems quite free, so that's quite good. So we need to get a new pressure. Need to get a new pressure gauge for that, but I can cap that off for the pressure test. So I've got the steam certificates for it. I will have a look to see when it was last tested. I've got a feeling it was a long time ago. So that's problem number 1. We need a pressure gauge. Problem number 2 is we need to do a pressure test. Problem number 3 is that somebody's let their son have a go at painting on it, and they've done a great job. They didn't have his father's talents in the painting department. The other problem, which isn't really a problem, is that this is quite an old loco, and there is quite a bit of lost motion in some of the bushes. Although the side doesn't seem too bad. So we'll probably need to make a few bushes, so that might be quite an interesting project. I would think that the packing here needs looking at, although that's quite far out, so they might be alright. And possibly the piston packing might need doing. What else have we got? Let's see down here. This is the boiler blow down here, so that's quite easy to get to. So that's quite nice. So we'll look at that. I think overall it's not too bad. I think most of the problems are cosmetic. So what we're going to do today. So today what I'm going to do is clean it, give it a really good clean and get all the filth off it, and we'll take off the 2 safety valves, and we'll see if we've got bushes and connectors for those. See if I've got a blanking bush for this for the time being. We'll try and free up the regulator, make that work a bit better, and yeah, I think that will be enough for this video. What I'm hoping to do is get the boiler tested, pressure tested on Thursday. So that gives me a couple of days. It's Monday now, so hopefully we'll get that done, and then the next job would be to get it back into steam. So that'd be quite exciting. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll say it's been a long time since this has run, but it seems to be complete if cosmetically challenged. I think that's the word. Okay, so I'll put you on time lapse while I give it all a good clean up. So that's already looking a lot better. This is the, you can actually see the original colour here. There's quite a nice little thing holding the coal that pops out. So quite a nice big bunker tank there. But that was the original colour, and to be honest, it's a bit of a weird green. It's not quite accurate for any of the mainline loco companies as far as I know. So it was never particularly, what can we say, accurate in any way, shape or form. To be honest, I don't know if there was any tender tanks like this. I mean, we're missing a doorway for a start. So the poor men would have to climb over to get into the cab. You can see there's a little bit of heat damage to the windows, unfortunately. So I've got the regulator working a little bit easier. I'm going to undo the packing and just see if it's the packing that's a bit dry. That might be a problem. But the pump works, or at least moves freely. So that's the hand pump rather. That moves freely. Most of the dirt's come off, so that's nice on this side. So we'll carry on the other side. I'm already feeling a lot more happy with this. So that's good. As you can see, this paint hasn't really covered particularly well, and there seems to be rather a lot of bristles in it as well. So, but luckily it's only what was painted green. So I will perhaps try some thinners on that, just see if I can get some of the blue off. But if not, we'll just rub it down and paint it a different colour. I might just go all with black. I've never really liked the full brass chimney, so I always intended to paint the lower part of that black. And the same with the smoke box door. It's a little bit, especially when you look at it like that, it's a bit garish. So I think we'll perhaps try and, we'll paint the door black. We'll paint the bottom of the chimney black up to this line, so you can still have the brass ring at the top. That will look quite nice, I think. But yes, I need to clean this side now, but you can see the difference. So I've managed to find some plugs for the safety valve holes. Obviously this is where we'll pressurise it. I've exposed the dome just to so we can see if that's leaking. Okay, so I've just made a little blanking plug. It's just a bit of 8mm cross flats hex, 5.7mm hole, then tapped 1/4 40. So quite a simple thing. I didn't bother filming that, so that should. I can do this left-handed. Oh no, maybe not. There we go. So that should seal that off, and we should be able to put some pressure in. So I shall set up my pressure testing stuff and we'll see how we get on. Okay, we've got the boiler test set up. Can't seem to, that's not very light, is it? So that's 110. And that's 120. So there was a little weep here around that bush. Should be okay now. And the water gauge is seeping a little bit, but nothing major. Hopefully that'll see. So this is actually the next day. Unfortunately I lost a bit of footage from yesterday. So what I thought I would do is just show you my setup for doing pressure testing. So I've got some adapters here, which basically goes from the thread, which is a 32 TPI Model Engineers thread, I think, through another adapter into 8mm push fit fittings. Then I've got a isolating valve so I can keep it pressurised if I need to. More 8mm push fit, and that brings us down to. So it's this is a pump designed for testing plumbing installations. I think it's a fairly basic hand pump. Actually, fill this container up with water. The gauge that it came with has some dodgy metric units in it, and the actual fitting that goes into is metric as well, so it's a bit odd, even in the UK, which is mainly metric to be fair. So I've added in a T so I can fit slightly better quality. It's liquid cooled, I think it's glycerin filled pump with PSI in it, because model engineering is all imperial generally. So I use that. That's my sort of home setup, and we have a very similar setup at the club. We do have a Rothenberger pump as well, but actually the one that's always at the club is very similar to this. So that's William, now ready for its pressure shell test. I shall take that to the club on Thursday, and fingers crossed that'll all be okay. So I hope you enjoyed that. Like, share, subscribe, and press the bell for notifications as well. I am knocking out quite a few videos at the moment, so be ashamed to miss such high quality content, wouldn't it? Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.